finally, Fragment Travis Jordan 1 lows are dropping tomorrow. Will there be a sneakers drop? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Also, I got the size-by-size stock numbers for Chicago lows, for sneakers EU and sneakers US. They'll be easy to get, trust me. And also a bunch of other stock numbers, sneaker-related stuff. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I was purposely postponing the video in case something happens before tomorrow on Nike's backend servers. I'm, of course, talking about Travis Fragment lows, but I got some bad news for you. But before we do any of that, please like the video. If you liked the video, comment, like, whatever. I appreciate any one of those things. And also subscribe if you haven't. There's a lot of people watching but not subscribing, and if you do subscribe, there's a bigger chance YouTube is going to show you my videos next time I have something juicy, so make sure you do that. And before we get into the juicy stuff, let's first do some stock number recaps on sneakers that I haven't covered on this channel yet. First sneaker up is the Air Jordan 12 Taxis. Now this sneaker was easy to get, and the global stock is 80,000 pairs worldwide. That's for sneakers and online retailers, so that's in total. And sneakers US, I don't have the exact total stock, but I think most of those 80,000 pairs went on sneakers US. And I actually checked the remaining stock 4 days ago. I think it was 4, maybe 3 days ago. And there was 14,000 pairs left, which is insane. So if there's 14,000 pairs left, I'm guessing maybe they had 60,000 pairs on sneakers US, maybe 50, something like that. If you're in US, let me know if they're still sitting. Over here in EU, the total stock was 1,450. Now this is something Nike does when it's a sneaker like this that is more popular in US. They just give below 1,500 pairs for EU. And sometimes they even do it with sneakers that are popular and are definitely gonna sell out, like the Stranger Things Dunks. That was also 1,500 pairs, and I'm still pissed about that one. Second sneaker for the stock number recap in this video is the Caitlin Clark Kobe 6s. Global stock was at 20,000 pairs. So that was it, 20,000 pairs. And sneakers US had 12,488 pairs. And I actually have the size by size numbers. Shout outs to Pop over at Stash Sneakers who actually saved this one for me. I appreciate that, brother. So yeah, these are the size by size numbers. Let's take a look at my size when it comes to Kobe 6s. Size 10, 1,318 pairs. I don't believe this sneaker even dropped in EU. I think this was US exclusive and a possible EU release later. I might be wrong. Maybe I should have double checked it before actually recording the video, but I do remember that I only had the stock numbers for US, so I'm guessing it's US only. Correct me in the comments if I happen to be wrong. I also want to show you something really weird out of nowhere. DoverStreetMarket.com over in UK just restocked out of nowhere the 85 breads reimagined, just like that. I had a link, I clicked on it, and I even placed them in carted the sneaker and couldn't order. It was for UK people only. So close, right? They were actually sitting for a little while. I even sent them to Elliot Page over on Instagram, and he missed them too. He saw the message a little bit late, so unfortunate because he's in the UK. I thought, why not? Let me know if I got anybody in UK who saw the restock and did you get that sneaker, because that is a crazy restock. Imagine if that happened on the sneakers app, people will go crazy. All right, so the Travis Fragments are dropping tomorrow. You got the timer on Travis's website. You don't need me, you don't need anybody. You just need to be ready for the raffle tomorrow and sign up. But more than likely, you will get an L because the rumored stock is still at 40, maybe 50,000 pairs. Nobody knows really. That is only the rumored stock. And like you saw it, it is TravisScott.com exclusive according to the website. Now, we don't know if this really means there's not gonna be a sneakers drop, but probably. There was a lot of back-end activity from Nike's part before this release that pointed toward a sneakers release later on this year or in November. And none of that is happening right now. Nike has gone stealth mode, they gone rogue, No back-end activity at all. Last time anyone saw some activity on the back-end servers regarding the Fragment Travis lows was the stock a little less than 500 pairs, 490 something, that were meant for Sneakers Japan. That's what we assumed. We assumed it was going to be a shock drop for Sneakers Japan, but Nike actually shipped those to the Nike store, their flagship store over in Tokyo. And we don't know what happened with those 500 pairs. We know nothing. Like, we don't know if they did some kind of event. Maybe Travis told Nike to ship those so he can backdoor them. I don't know. Nobody knows. But a little less than 500 pairs were meant to go on Sneakers Japan. They ended up getting shipped to that store, and that's the last trace of anything regarding the fragments on Nike's backend servers. Nothing has been seen since then. So yeah, I think we're screwed. I think we're cooked. I don't think there's gonna be a sneakers release. I don't believe it. Like, why would Travis write that on his website? So, but as always, if anything changes after tomorrow's release on Travis's website, if there's any trace on the backend servers, I will be the first one to update you. I promise you that. And yeah, I live in Sweden. It was nice chasing this sneaker. The thrill of the hunt is over for me, and I'm out of the race. I wish you luck tomorrow, everybody who's going for the sneaker. I guess millions of people are gonna go for these, and not just because they like the sneaker, because it's a easy, free money, right? You can flip them for crazy amount, $1,000 plus. We'll see what happens with the price tomorrow. But yeah, don't miss it tomorrow. Good luck if you're in US. If you're outside of US, you can participate if you don't cheat. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, oh man, I can't believe Nike lets Travis have this. Like, why did they do that? It was probably the Adidas meeting, right? Remember that meeting with Adidas? He probably scared the hell out of Nike, and they're like, yo, stay, man. You can have the fragments. You can have the entire stock. Please stay. If you're in US and you went tomorrow, come back and let us know which size did you get. As always, Jordan 4 Black Cats, the squeaky cats are right around the corner, and I will probably have the stock numbers, the size by size numbers next week early. Make sure you tune in for that. But I do have the expected stock worldwide. It might be higher, but right now, expected stock, Nike's still in the process of uploading everything. They have the official images that I already showed you, but the expected stock is 200,000 pairs. I actually thought it was gonna be more than that, but 200,000, I'll take it, definitely. But yeah, let me know if you're still going for the squeaky cats, because a lot of people are not going for these because of that. I'm not gonna lie, it did kind of scare me a little bit. I don't want them to sound like that when I walk around in these, but this is the sneaker that I want this one. Like, I've been really looking forward to this one for a long time. I don't have the previous pair, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I will do a review when I get these in hand and see if mines are like others. Hopefully they're not gonna sound like that, hopefully. And if you're like me, bummed out that you're not gonna get the fragments if you live outside of US, or if you're in US and get the L on the fragments anyway, there's a second prize for you tomorrow on the sneakers app, and it is of course Chicago lows. A hell of a sneaker. I think a lot of people will be going for these, and good news, the stock is incredibly high. I don't have the current global stock. Last time I reported it, it was around 105K. I will leave the link in the description for that video, because I also revealed Mexico's stock, and Australia, and Japan, and South Korea. So make sure you check that video if you haven't. But I do have the size by size numbers, and since this is a brick, we love bricks on this channel because I can show you the size by size numbers before the actual release. Of course, big shout outs to Stash Sneakers. They are my source when it comes to this. Let's take a look at EU for tomorrow's drop. 24,666. I don't like that, 666. That doesn't sound lucky, right? But here are the size by size numbers. I'm gonna go for size 43 on the Jordan 1 lows, 3,731 pairs. Who knows? I have, it might sit, it might sell out. in these bigger sizes. Hopefully this one will be easy to get. I think it's relatively easy, but you never know. It's still a Chicago colorway. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I will of course update you. So yeah, check out your size, comment which size are you going for, and if you get them tomorrow, comment which size did you get. Now let's take a look at sneakers US. Of course, a lot more pairs than EU, 63,585 pairs. Sheesh. My size 10, 7,120. So if you're in US, take a look at your size. Let me know which one are you going for. And if you do get them tomorrow, let me know which size did you get. I do want to remind you that the Nardwuar Nike SB Dunk Low in the backend servers, Nike is preparing the drop. They're gonna drop on December 9th on the sneakers app and select skate shops. I think a lot of people will be going for this sneaker, and you know what happens when Nike is prepping a drop on the backend servers? That means we're gonna see the stock numbers very soon, so stay tuned for that as well. As always, you know I appreciate you. Stella, where you at? Can you see her? Thank you for watching the entire video. As always, I'll see you on the next one.